What's up, everyone? This is Silver Slayer, and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in and supporting the silver stacking community. The best way to help this video out and myself is by liking the video and leaving a comment. I would love to hear your opinion on this, your 2 cents, your thoughts. There's a lot happening, so let me know what you think. Also, if you want a chance to get some silver shipped straight to your front doorstep, all you have to do is click subscribe and go to my giveaway video and enter. It's that simple. I'm also picking 2 winners, so may the luckiest stacker win. Now, let's look at the silver markets. This is the 1-month chart. There is a lot happening, but the price is still steadily rising. And we're going to talk about 3 different articles today that break down that to the T. Let's also look at the 1-week chart, though. There's been a rapid rally happening, and we're going to explain why. Now, do you think the price is going to keep going upwards? Let me know. And by the way, you can see that I got a new webcam, so the videos are going to be in 4K now. Big upgrade, right? So silver markets crash into a big figure. That's the first article. Also, second article, silver prices rally, and that's talking about the invasion. And then the third one is more forwards thinking, talking about how potential negotiations will weigh on gold and silver prices. So as you can see, all the articles are extremely important to look at and will be telling where prices are headed. So let's jump into it. Grab some popcorn. Silver markets have rallied rather significantly during the trading session on Tuesday to reach the $25 level. That was a huge psychological resistance barrier, and it broke through that. This is an area that has been important more than once. And if you go back to the chart, you could see it's been, even like the 3-month chart, a lot of resistance around $25. So it broke through that. It's looking like we're going to reach a new target level. Silver markets have been very bullish during the trading session on Tuesday to reach the $25 level, of course, and that level is a large, round, psychologically significant figure, an area that begins a rather large resistance barrier that extends to the $25.50 level. And because of this, I would not be surprised at all to see a little bit of a pushback, but it's still a market that's going to move based upon a potential safety trade to get towards hard currency such as silver. Now, precious metals are called a safe haven investment for a reason. When people don't trust banks or governments or economic uncertainty or a lot of just chaos happening, people turn towards gold and silver as a means to protect their wealth, and rightfully so, right? Well, silver broke past that $25.50 level and actually is approaching $26 now. That is huge. Now, there probably is, and even if you look at the 3-month chart, there's going to be a little bit of a pushback, like he said. Don't freak out. Don't worry. That's just a correction. It's actually healthy for corrections to happen. The price has to go down a little bit for it to go up higher. It can't just go up, 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 or then it will crash, 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 and take several months to recover. So just a little FYI, a little warning. The price will probably pull back. Doesn't mean it will for sure. Hopefully it actually does, though. It needs a correction because the prices have been rising pretty drastically, especially if you look at something along the lines of precious metals to be doing this. Now, he does say, expect a pushback. Do not get me wrong. I do not believe that silver is a currency in the purest form. But when gold takes off, it's often a bit of a knockoff effect over here. And the markets have stalled around the $25 level, and that is expected to be so far. And if we pull back from here, then it is likely that we could go looking towards $24.50, possibly $24. Now, this was written on Monday or March 1st, so that also means that he was wrong. It actually broke past 25 and moving towards the $26 level. He was expecting it to drop back from 25 down to 24, so he was mistaken, and that almost even validates his point more that there is going to be a pullback since prices have gone into this almost overbought territory. Now let's look at this article. Silver prices rally amid day 6. So they move higher as benchmark yields plunge, and that's through the crisis. So silver prices climbed higher on Tuesday, and as companies reduced their sales presence in Russia, the U.S. benchmark yields fell sharply in the 10-year yield, and that dipped into 1.7%. And it's kind of interesting because you see how these both of these articles written the same day, but they're coming at different angles, but still coming from the same outcome, that silver prices are rallying. Now, it's always interesting to compare these articles that are written on the same day, because sometimes their angles will be completely different and even have sometimes different outcomes, or even the price at the moment. And that's why you have to pick and choose what information. You know how many articles I've covered where on the same day they're written, one article's talking about how silver prices are exploding, and the other article's talking about how silver prices are crashing. There's a lot of bias, there's a lot of speculation, and none of that matters. None of that matters at all. None of it. And if you're trying to invest safely and smartly, just buy it and hold it. Buy it and hold it. If you're on the COMEX, even if you're trading physical silver, buying and selling little bits here and there, it's a lot harder to profit from that. It really is. If you buy it right now while it's cheap, and trust me, $25, $26, $27, $28 is extremely cheap compared to the true value, then you don't got to worry about anything, folks. So I do want to jump into this article, though. Potential negotiations weigh on gold and silver. Precious metals are jumping higher as investors seek the safe havens of de-risking assets in order to shore up their portfolios, and that is with the invasion. Gold and silver specifically will move depending on what news comes out of Ukraine. Gold and silver prices could both fall if Russia is willing to come to the negotiation table with Ukraine in order to stave off further conflict. Before we jump into this a little deeper, let me explain something. This is not a political video. This is not a political channel. This is a silver channel. We cover this stuff, but your opinion on the matter is irrelevant. What we're trying to do is look at the information and apply how that's going to affect the price of silver to our strategy. I don't care what you think about this situation. That's not the point. The point is looking at the information and seeing how that will affect our investment so we can adjust and adapt accordingly. We make strategic decisions based off information. Gamblers throw money at the wall hoping it sticks with the odds against them. We use the information to put the odds in our favor. But what you think about this stuff is irrelevant. And actually, all that's going to do is bring you more emotional attachment, making it harder to profit, because then you're coming and investing from your heart, not your head. You're supposed to invest from your head, not your heart. So anyways, let's keep on moving on. So gold and silver prices could both fall if Russia is willing to come to the negotiation table. That could potentially bring investors out of safe havens and turn the risk dial back on full bore. The Russia-Ukraine war continues on the front burner of the marketplace to end the trading week, and that's from Kitco News reporting. There is still risk aversion in the marketplace. However, it can be argued that marketplace anxiety is not as high as it was Thursday, and that the reports that the Russians may negotiate. Also, U.S. and Western country sanctions against Russia are being deemed not as severe as expected, including no sanctions on Russia's crude oil or natural gas industries. Now, we saw crude oil actually break above $100 a barrel, and there is a correlation with silver prices. Actually, if you on Friday, if you want to check out the Silver Stacking podcast, my co-host TJ breaks that down. He's the charts guy, he's the analytics, he's all that stuff. He does an amazing job at breaking down all of this, showing CPI, showing all that stuff. And if you really want an insight on that part of silver, where I just really can't bring the type of information that he can, you definitely want to check out the podcast. It's the Silver Stacking podcast is so unique. It's so cool. We have so many different segments, and a lot of stuff is covered. We actually just recorded the 7th episode, the 7th podcast earlier today. It goes up on Friday. We post a new podcast every Friday. We actually just posted one last Friday. I really think you're going to enjoy it. It does cover a little bit of this stuff as well. So yeah, I mean, go tune in. We actually just did a giveaway over there for surpassing 1,000 subscribers as well. So what do you think about all this? A lot's happening, but at the end of the day, silver's rising, and that's what we're looking at, right? Let's look at the one-day chart actually. So the one-day chart's still rising. Do you think that silver is going to keep rising, and what price do you think it is going to pull back at? Tell me what you Tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know. I do think that the price may, especially looking at this, may keep rising for a couple days, but I do think there will be a pullback and probably early next week some point. Hopefully it's not too dramatic, and hopefully people don't start freaking out or panic selling, but it also does depend on news. Remember, the unknown variable is important. Next week, a wrench could get thrown in, and something crazy could happen, sending the markets way off in either direction. All forecasts were way off because nobody could have ever predicted it. So you got to remember that part of things as well. Things could flip or drop at the drop of a dime. Markets are completely different as they were even a couple hours ago. So you got to remember that part as well. A lot of people don't incorporate the unknown variable. See, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Also, make sure you subscribe. Go enter my giveaway video, picking 2 winners and may the luckiest stacker win. I also just did an unboxing video if you want to go check out some of the cool silver I just got. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.